everyone. Welcome to this session of Class 6 Mathematics, and I am your Anu again for the chapter Integers. We have seen some examples and some problems regarding integer addition and subtraction. In this class we'll continue with integers, and today it is properties of integers. Generally we have properties like closure, commutative, associative, distributive, isn't it? So we'll deal one by one. Okay, we'll take examples for each one of the property and we'll see how integers behave. Now first is the closure property. So for closure property, what we need to do, we need to perform the operations and we should see the result. If the result is in the integer set, then we say that integers are closed for that particular operation. Okay, so let's start. The first problem is 35 plus minus 22. So we know according to addition of integers, we have the rule that if the numbers are of different signs, we just need to subtract them and put the greater number sign. So 35 minus 22 is 13, and 13, that is plus 13, because 35 is greater here. So the answer takes the positive sign. So 35 plus minus 22 is 13, plus 13, and this plus 13 is a positive number and it's of course an integer. So integers are closed for addition. Okay, so addition, whatever addition you do with whatever numbers, that is either positive integers or negative integers, you are going to get the answer as a positive or a negative integer. So it is closed for addition. So the next one is minus 9 minus 12. So this is subtraction, and we know according to the subtraction rule, first we change subtraction to addition, that is minus 9 plus subtraction to addition, and then you put the additive inverse of the second number, that is plus 12 is changed to minus 12. So now see the signs of both the numbers, they are of same sign, so you need to add them. So if you add, you get minus 21. So minus 21 is of course a negative number, that's a negative integer. So integers are closed for subtraction too, isn't it? Now next is 25 into minus 4. So what is 25 into minus 4? We have minus 100. So minus 100 is also an integer. So integers are closed for multiplication also. Next, minus 15 divided by minus 3. So minus 15 divided by minus 3 is, see, we have the same rule as that of multiplication. If you have one positive and one negative, the answer is in negative. That is, if you have odd numbers of negative numbers, then your answer will be in negative. If you have even number of negative numbers, that is, if there are 4 numbers and you have 3 numbers negative and 1 number positive, you get a negative answer. In the 4 numbers, you have 2 numbers negative and 2 numbers positive, you get positive answer. Okay, so negative into negative is always a positive number. So the same rule applies for division too. So minus 15 by minus 3 is plus 5. So this is also an integer. But the other case, see, when I divide minus 3 divided by minus 15, when I put minus 3 divided by minus 15, what happens is, see, minus 3 divided by minus 15, 3 is a common factor here, so it gets reduced to 1 by 5. But 1 by 5 is not a whole number, is not an integer, it's a fraction. So fractions are not part of integer set. So minus 3 divided by minus 15, that is 3 by 15, 1 by 5 is not an integer. So division is not closed for integers, that you should remember. Okay, we need to see various possibilities, and some 1 or 2 examples like this we can take and check it out whether the answer belongs to integer set. If it is not, then we say integers are not closed for division. So the only operation which doesn't obey closure property is division for integers. Okay, so the next one is, so we have done closure property. Now let's see the next one is, the next property in the line is commutative property. So we know what do you mean by commutative property. We have done for natural numbers and whole numbers too. What do you mean by commutative? That is, when we swap the places, that is, when the first number goes to the second place and second number goes to the first place, the answer should be the same. Okay, there should not be any change in the answer. When we exchange the places of numbers, the answer remains the same. Then we say integers obey commutative property for that particular operations. Okay, so first we'll start with addition. The same, 35 plus minus 22. Okay, we'll see whether it is equal to minus 22 plus 35. So that is what written, 35 plus minus 22 is equal to minus 22 plus 35. We need to check. So this is what we did previously. The answer is 13, minus 22 plus 35 is also 13. So this is equal. Therefore, we say integers obey commutative property for addition. Next, for subtraction, minus 13 minus 50. So minus 13, let us keep it as it is, subtraction becomes addition, and minus 15, we change 15 to its additive inverse, that is minus 15. So we have minus 28 here, and when I swap the places, when swap the numbers, what do I get? See, 15 here, so 15 minus 13 goes to the second place. Now this gives me 15 plus 13. See, additive inverse of minus 13 is plus 13, subtraction to addition. Now this is equal to 28. But minus 28 is not equal to plus 28. Do you understand? So minus 28 is not equal to plus 28. So we say that integers do not obey commutative property for addition. So doesn't obey commutative property of for subtraction. Sorry, for subtraction it doesn't obey commutative property, because we don't have the same answer here when we change the places. You understand? So next is commutative property for multiplication. See, 25 into minus 4 is minus 100. When I change the place, minus 4 into 25 becomes minus 100 again. So this is equal. The results are equal when we change the places. So we say integers obey commutative property for multiplication. The next comes the division. Mostly division in all the sets, when you see, we have seen natural numbers, whole numbers, and now it's integers. Mostly in division is the odd man out among all the operations, because all the numbers starting from the natural numbers, whole numbers and integers, they are whole numbers. They don't have fractions in them, isn't it? But division, when we divide numbers, certain numbers are not divisible by the divisors, isn't it? So they stay as fractions, and fractions are not, they don't belong to integer set. So we see that the properties, among the properties, division is the only operation which doesn't obey any of the property. Okay, so minus 35 divided by minus 7. So this will be 35 by 7. As I told you, division also follows the same rule as that of multiplication. So minus and minus, it becomes plus. So this is 5. Now when I change the places, what do I get? The common divisor is 7. So I get 1 by 5. Of course 5 is not equal to 1 by 5. So integers do not obey commutative property for division also. So we have seen, for even for closure property it doesn't obey, and for commutative also integers don't obey commutative property for division. Okay, now we have seen division. The next property we are going to see is associative. So we know what is associative. See, for closure property, for any answer, the result, if the result is A, we say we see whether it belongs to Z. That is, it belongs. This symbol stands for belongs to. The answer should belong to the integer set, that is Z. For this is for closure property. And for commutative, A plus B should be equal to B plus A. So this is your general formula. Now for associative property, we know one of the members should be associated with the other numbers, isn't it? See, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C, which means B is associated with C first, and then it is associated with A, and we see whether the answers are equal or not. So the first one is minus 19 plus 15 plus minus 8. This is regarding addition. We see whether it follows associative property. See, now 15 is associated with minus 8 here. So minus 19 plus, what is 15 plus minus 8? We should subtract, isn't it? One is plus and other is minus. So we subtract, gives you 7. So minus 19 plus 7, again they are of different signs. So you subtract and put the larger number, greater number sign. So you get minus 12. So the answer is 12 for LHS. Now do the RHS, that is minus 19 and 15 gets associated, plus minus 8 separately. Now minus 19 plus 15, it gives you minus 4 plus minus 8. See, minus 4 plus minus 8, both are of same signs. So you just add them and put the same sign, that is minus 12. So you have the same result. Minus 12 is the answer in both the cases. So we conclude that integers obey associative property for addition. So it obeys for addition. Next is the next one for subtraction. We'll check for subtraction the second sum. 32 minus 9 minus 12. So we'll do this. 32 minus 9 minus 12, we need to simplify, plus minus 12. Okay, so subtraction becomes addition here, and the additive inverse of 12 is minus 12. So 32 minus 12 minus 9 is minus 21. Again do the subtraction, plus 21. So you get 53. So the answer is 53. See, addition, subtraction becomes addition here, and the additive inverse of minus 21 is plus 21. So you have 53 here. Now you do the RHS part, that is 32 minus 9. You associate minus 9 with 32 and then you subtract 12 from it. Okay, 32 minus 9, this becomes addition, and additive inverse of minus 9 is plus 9 minus 12. What is 32 plus 9? That is 41. Minus 12 is minus, becomes plus, and put the additive inverse of 12, that is minus 12. So 41 minus 12 is 929. So plus 29 is your answer. But this is not equal, isn't it? 53 is not equal to 29, obviously. So what we conclude? Subtraction, integers don't obey associative law for subtraction. Okay, so that is the case we have seen now. The next is the third sum, that is for multiplication. Let us check associative property for multiplication. Minus 3 into 2 into minus 9. Okay, so first we'll do this. Minus 3 into minus 18. 1 plus and 1 minus, so minus 18. Now 18 into 3 is 54. Plus 54, because minus into minus, it gives you plus 54. Now we'll do the RHS part. Minus 3 into 2, associating 2 with 3 and then with minus 9. Okay, what you get? Minus 6 into minus 9, again it is plus 54. See, both the results are equal. So what we conclude? We conclude that integers obey associative property for multiplication, because we have the same answers here. Okay, now the fourth sum is check associative property for division. Minus 25 divided by 15 divided by minus 8. Okay, so minus 25 divided by, what is 15 divided by minus 8? So there is no factor common to 15 and 8 other than 1, so keep it as it is. And minus 25, how do we divide when it is given like this? How do we divide? We convert the division fact into multiplication fact. When you convert this division to multiplication, just like what did we do for subtraction? We changed the subtraction to addition, and we changed the second number to its additive inverse, isn't it? That is for subtraction. For multiplication, you just convert division to change division to multiplication and write the multiplicative inverse of the second number. What is multiplicative inverse? It's just the reciprocal of the number. So reciprocal is numerator comes to the denominator, denominator comes to the numerator. That is minus 8 divided by 50. Okay. So if you are able to cancel with a common divisor, you can do that. So 5 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25. So I get minus into minus becomes plus. So 40 divided by 3 is the answer. Okay. So now we'll do the RHS part. Minus 25 divided by 15 divided by minus 8. Okay. So what is minus 25 divided by 15? You keep it as it is. Now here change division to multiplication. This is minus 8 by 1. Minus 8 is just like minus 8 by 1. So do the reciprocal. So I have written the reciprocal and I can cancel this 5. So what happens? Minus 5 divided by minus 24 and it becomes 5 by 24. But these two are not equal. We know 40 by 3 is not equal to 5 by 24. I have done this example, taken this example and you have got it in fraction just to show you that the answers are different for division in case of associative property. Okay, so when you are given problems from your exercises or in exams, it will be much simpler for you. You will be able to get an easy answer out of division, which is divisible, easily divisible. Just to show you the results vary, I have taken some randomly a number and I have explained also, I have introduced a concept of changing multiplication, division fact into multiplication fact. How to divide a fraction or how to make division into multiplication by changing the second number to its multiplicative inverse. So we have learned another concept here of multiplicative inverse while changing division to multiplication. Okay, so we clearly see that integers do not obey associative property for division also. Okay, so that you should remember. Next is distributive property. Distributive property, we have sums. So let's see, the first one is 356 into minus 10 plus minus 2. So this is 356 first. I'll do the operation inside the bracket. So that is minus 12. 356 into minus 12. So what is 356 into minus 12? 12 6 are 72. Then 12 5s are 60, 67. 12 3s are 36, 42. So 4272 is my answer for the left side. Now for the right side, 356 into, this is the distributive property. I will tell you the general formula for this. We haven't taken, I've written associative property. For associative property, I've written the formula. For distributive property, it is multiplication over addition. A into B plus C is equal to, let me write it here. See, A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. So this is your general formula. According to it, 356 into minus 10 plus minus 2 is 356 into minus 10. So this comes first, plus 356 into minus 2. So 356 is common for both minus 10 and minus 2. Okay. So 356 into minus 10 is minus 3560 plus, what is 356 into 2? 12, 11, 7. Okay. So when I add them, you have to add them because both are in minus sign. So we add them 7. So minus 4 to 7. Hence the answer is same. So we say integers follow distributive property. Distributive property, this is for multiplication over addition. Okay, single operation, we have a double operation here, and a single format we have multiplication over addition, and we see that the answers are same here. Okay, now the next one is 95 into minus 3 plus minus 5. Here again you have, see, minus 3 plus minus 5, so I add them. So what is the answer? 40 72, 76, minus 760. Okay. Now we'll do the RHS part. 95 into minus 3 plus, see, 95 into minus 3 plus 95 into minus 5. So both will be in minus, negative, because only one negative is there. So minus 285 plus minus 25, 475. 10, 6, 7. So you have 760 on both sides. So thus distributive property is proved for integers in the second sum also. Now what is the third sum? Minus 115 into minus 5 minus 3. So this is an example. See, this is an example for multiplication over subtraction. Here you have addition. So we have subtraction to multiplication over subtraction. We will see whether this follows. Minus 15 into minus 8. So what happens? This is a positive number. You need to have a positive. This is minus 5 plus minus 3. So minus 8. Minus into minus is positive, plus 4, 12. So 912 plus 920. Now we will see the RHS part. Minus 15 into minus 5. Minus, see, minus 15, 115 into minus 5, minus 115 into 3. Now this is plus 3, this is not minus 3. If you have plus here, if you change this into minus, this becomes minus 3 here. Now we have retained the negative sign, so minus 15, 115 into 3. Now what happens? This minus into minus becomes plus. So 25, 75, 75 minus, and this is negative 15, 4 minus 345. Now let's see 575. The subtraction becomes addition. This negative additive inverse of minus 345 is plus 345. So what is the answer? 10, 12, 9, 920. See, you have the same answer here. So distributive property is also, for subtraction, multiplication over subtraction also, integers follow the distributive property for the format of subtraction. Multiplication over subtraction. 30 into minus 10 minus of minus 20. This is the fourth sum. Let's see. 30 into, what is this? Minus 10, subtraction becomes addition, minus 20 becomes plus 20 now. Now 30 into minus 10 plus 20, both are of different signs, so we just subtract and put the greater number sign, so you have 300. So this is the LHS part, A into B minus C. Now what is RHS? See, 30 into minus 10 minus 30 into minus 20, because you have minus 20 here, so you put minus 20. Now 30 into minus 10 is minus 300 minus 600. Okay, so minus 300 plus 600, which is nothing but 300, because these two are of different signs. What we need to do, we just subtract and put the greater number sign, so 300. So see, 300 is equal to 300. We have got the same answer. So we conclude that integers obey distributive property for both multiplication over addition and multiplication over subtraction. So we have seen problems for all the properties like closure, commutative, associative and distributive. Okay, so in the next class we'll see some general problems involving integers where we'll have all the operations together. Okay, so until then, keep practicing and keep practicing the addition and subtraction of integers. Be thorough with the methods, with the rules of addition and subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. So until then, it's bye from Anu. Thank you.